All right, Bim Bim, just stay here. Just don't move.
Aww.
Just stay there the whole... What the hell?
Ugh, don't you guys hate it when you're trying to exploit the cuteness of your loved ones for more internet views, but they don't want to cooperate? Ugh, I hate that. Anyway, totally unrelated to what I just said, today we're going to be talking about the Ace family.
You're not going to the Ace Family basketball charity event? It's your event. You have to go.
Before we get to them, though, I want to talk a little bit more generally about something I've noticed for a long time that I think has gotten more prevalent with YouTubers. There's always been this kind of interesting phenomenon with artists where they're able to build a career out of a sense of relatability. They have something that people connect with. But what happens is so many people connect with the art that they made that they start becoming really successful. They start becoming really popular and rich. And over time, they make more and more money. They start changing slowly until they get so far removed from where they started that they no longer have the qualities that people gravitated towards in the first place. In comedy, I think of someone like Jerry Seinfeld, who for a long time was sort of like the voice of the average person. He would take very mundane things that everybody experienced, everybody could relate to, and make jokes about them.
You know what else is funny about socks? They always give you that little, when you buy them, that little plastic hanger on the top. I love that. They always give that to you like you've got some use for it.
But then like 20 years passes and he becomes the richest comedian in the world and now can't possibly connect to the people who made him famous in the first place. You know, he probably only flies first class now. I'm sure he has assistants to handle certain mundane tasks, the kind of things that he would maybe write jokes about in the past. And I'm not saying he doesn't deserve his success. I think he absolutely does. I'm just saying from like an artistic standpoint, how could you continue to make observations and write jokes about things that everybody experiences if you no longer have to experience those things yourself? I would say Kanye West is probably another good example of this. You know, he used to make really good music that everybody gravitated towards, and now he's so whatever, he's not even a person anymore. That's what like astronomical success can do to people. It can completely change them. Anyway, relating this back to YouTube, I think this is something that's happening a lot now, especially with vloggers, because for a lot of them, the content they make is them, right? So as they change, so does their content. Now, for me, the biggest example of this is the Ace family. They didn't really get on my radar until like a couple months ago when I saw this video on trending. You won't believe what's happening with the new Ace family house. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'll sum it up real quick. The Ace family is a family vlogging channel. There's Austin, Catherine, their two kids, Elle and Alea, I think is her name. And for the past like year or so, a lot of their videos have been about the saga of them building their new house. Their new 11 bedroom, 11 bathroom house. But what bothers me with them is watching some of their videos about their house is how many things they complain about, how many problems that they project onto the world that people would kill to have.
Catherine and I are in discussion of we want to move in any day now, or do we want to wait until the landscape is complete? So it's either we move in within the next few days with the landscape not being done, or we wait until everything is complete.
Wait, that's it?
So like the landscaping is like a big part of the house, and it's what makes the house look complete. So
like, look at their house. Look how disgusting that house is. Would you want to live there? No, especially not if there's no grass outside yet for a temporary amount of time.
it's just like a big disappointment right now.
Guys, this goes on for like 4 minutes. I'm not exaggerating.
We don't know how long it's going to take.
I thought their house fucking burned down or something. Like, you look at the thumbnail and you think, wow, something bad happened. No, it's just like the trees aren't in yet.
Do we do it? We just...
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind about the landscaping.
It's not a big deal. I mean, it is a big deal. We're making a big deal out of it, but I don't mind.
There's just so many factors into this, and like we're still in the other place, so in the other house, which we don't want to be in there anymore.
And it's also frustrating for us.
Okay, so maybe that's why they're frustrated. Because maybe the house they live in now kind of sucks. Maybe they live in like a dinky little place that's too small for them. So let's see where they live now. Oh, they already live in a mansion. They just want to move into a bigger one. So here's an older video with a hilariously similar title, same kind of thing. We can't believe this happened to our new house. So again, you're thinking like, man, I'm about to feel bad for these guys. I bet something really horrible happened to their new house. Let's see what it was.
So Catherine and I are a little upset right now.
So the floor was already supposed to be done by now. In order to put the wood, you have to put the tile, and the workers put the wrong tile, so they had to take it off. and now it looks like this.
Oh, that's so, feel so bad.
So obviously this is delaying things again.
Wait, so you're telling me that the house they're building that's the size of a mall, there's minor construction setbacks here and there? Oh man, it's almost like that's how all construction works. That shit just always goes wrong. Now, I totally understand why this would be frustrating for them, but the way they do it almost comes off as manipulative. When you have this very minor thing that comes up and you make a huge deal out of it, you title the video that to get people to click on the video. So in that way, you actually profited off this situation because you got a video out of it. And before you broke the bad news that people came here to see, you did this.
We're getting ready to head over to the new house. We just received some news. So I guess we'll see y'all when we get there. Ace Family, we're curious to know who wears Ace Family merch while watching the Ace Family. If you wear an Ace Family shirt or whatever it is while you're watching us, all you gotta do is tag us and we'll give you a shout out. And if you don't have any Ace Family merch, all you gotta do is go to shopacefamily.com. Link is always in the description. All right, Ace Family, so Kath and I are a little upset.
That's all I gotta do to buy your shirt is go to your website and pay for it and then I'll have one? I don't know, man. It just seems kind of manipulative to say, hey, I got some bad news. I'm gonna go tell you, and on the way there, I'm gonna plug our merch. And now I'm gonna say something that makes you feel bad for me. Gosh, if only there was a way to support us financially. Maybe something I just kind of mentioned a few seconds ago.
Link is always in the description.
So now we're about 5 minutes into the video where they've already subtly plugged their merch and then immediately given us incentive to buy their merch to financially support them during this trying time. So then what do? They drive back to their smaller mansion and show off the new car they just bought. And this is something they do a lot now. They go back and forth between flexing and showing off their insane amount of wealth to complaining about something that really they have no reason to publicly complain about. Here's another example of that from their most recent video, where they're finally, I guess, fully moved into their new house after months of having to live in this dump. So they start this video by showing off their big, beautiful gym with a big, beautiful view. But wait, they haven't complained about anything yet. Just give it a minute, they will.
It's so nice to be able to go from the fitness gym to our master bedroom instead of having to go all the way downstairs.
Guys, can you imagine how difficult that must have been for them? Thank God they made it out of that hellhole.
From the fitness gym to our master bedroom, so it's easy access. We don't have to go all the way downstairs and back upstairs.
And I think that's something we all can relate to, right? When your fully functioning home gym, your fitness center that's inside your home that you have a dedicated room for, is all the way downstairs, but your room is upstairs, so you gotta walk. Like, these aren't problems that real people have.
I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that.
And for me, I think it's just how they so casually complain about these things without realizing, without thinking like, oh, this kind of makes us sound unlikable. They've gone from maybe being this like relatable family who does relatable family things to being this spectacle. That's kind of what it is now. That's why I'm curious watching these videos. It's like, look at this fucking house. It's beautiful. It's huge.
She loves her new house.
You might be thinking, I'm sure I'll get comments about this like, oh, you're just jealous. Yeah, of course I'm fucking jealous. Look at this shit. Later in the video, here's another example of like a brag and a complaint rolled into one.
Hold my breath the whole time underwater, all the way across the pool.
Oh!
It's a lot harder than it looks, Ace Family.
It is super
This pool is extremely long here. Look how long this pool is.
Guys, do you have any idea how hard it was to do what I just did? I had to swim so far because the pool's so big. But just like every other extraordinarily wealthy person on the internet, they always try to make it seem like, no, we're humble. We're just like you. We're normal people too. Like when they're showing off their closet.
And you guys know we have a lot of stuff just in general. Like he has so many shoes. I have a lot of clothes. Well, I don't have that much clothes, but I just feel like this might not be enough space for Austin's shoes because he has so many and they're so big.
Ace Family, I only have like 3 pairs of shoes. Catherine, she be over-exaggerating stuff, you know.
Guys, no. She's lying. I just have like a couple pairs of shoes, okay? Don't watch any of our other videos where I've recorded footage of how many shoes I have and it's very obvious that I have a shit ton of shoes. Don't worry about that. And it's like, dude, If you like shoes and you have a lot of shoes, that's fine. You're rich. If you want to spend money on shoes, you can do that. But don't also stand there and be like, guys, I'm not materialistic. I don't have a lot of shoes. I just wear Gucci all the time and I have a lot of shoes. And I think that's the thing that rubs me the wrong way with this family and why a lot of other people don't like this family. It's because of how fake they are. Like, they try to act like they're these perfect people, this perfect family, when at this point they're pretty notoriously shady. And then of course they also try to act like, oh, we're just regular people. We have regular problems just like everybody else. And then they explain what their problems are and you're like, wait, what?
I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that.
That's why you're so upset? That's what you're using as clickbait for this video? Really? You know when you lose your wallet? Well, imagine how hard that must be for us, because our house is so big, right? I gotta check like 20 rooms sometimes if I lost my wallet, which should be easy to find because it's so big and fat and filled with money. You think other people are gonna relate to this? You think people are gonna watch this and feel bad for you? Clearly they don't, because they think so little of their fans. Because there was another video where they were trying to justify the things they were complaining about and why they were complaining about them, but they only made them worse because Austin said this.
At the same time too, nobody realizes how hard it is to actually build your own home.
Yeah.
And like what goes into it.
Yeah.
Look guys, I understand that you all are so broke and so stupid that you could never build your own house like we are.
Nobody ever builds your own house.
Literally, only we know what it's like to build your own house. No one else could know that, and certainly not you guys.
It's real life shit.
Do you really think that no one else has ever built their own home before? What's wrong with you? As shitty as it is though, like, their fans are so young that this manipulation totally works. You scroll through the comments and they're all like, oh wow, you guys have been through everything. I can't believe how strong you are for putting up with all this shit, and it's so well earned. And like, he mentions in another video how the older daughter has seen it all. She's been through everything.
Elle's been through it all with us.
What, you moved from one mansion to another mansion to a third mansion? Is that the adversity that you're experiencing? Is that what you're describing as like, oh man, we've been through it all? Or by been through everything, are you talking about the backlash you've received that was all well-deserved because you guys have done shitty things? Like when you did that charity event and lied about how much money you were gonna give away? Like when you filmed Catherine's kid sister buying a dildo lollipop that you encouraged her to buy because you thought it would be funny? Or when you did that other charity event that wasn't actually a charity event because your friend won all the money? I feel like YouTubers do that shit all the time, where they mess up, they get backlash for messing up, and then they try to use the backlash they're getting to garner sympathy. Like, oh, everyone's mad at us, woe is me. It's like, no, it's your fault. But hey, at least these guys are careful about who they collaborate with, right? I mean, they're always making videos with Jake Paul and serial abuser Chris Brown. That definitely helps gain some respect. I don't know, it's just like, I watch their videos because they're always number 2 on trending. Like, they're just shoved down your throats if you go on YouTube. And I don't see anything relatable about these people. I don't see anything human about them. Like, I'm not so sure they've ever even watched a YouTube video, because Austin doesn't even seem to know where the subscribe button is.
If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join the family.
What is he pointing to? When has the subscribe button ever been above the video? Like, it's weird too, because there's something almost paradoxical about this type of content. There's a lot of people on YouTube who do this, where it's like someone gets really rich from making content, and so now their content is basically just about how rich they are. But like, how did they get rich in the first place? Because you can't not be rich and get rich from making videos about how rich you are if you're not rich, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how Rice Gum blew up the way he did, but I feel like at a certain point, most of his videos are kind of just centered around how wealthy he is, you know, all the things he can buy from the money he's made from making videos. But like, is that your videos now? It's just how you're making money from videos? But you know what? I think the fact that this seems to happen so easily makes it only that much more impressive when YouTubers avoid doing this. I think the perfect example of someone who hasn't changed with their wealth is Jenna Marbles. Like, she has been on YouTube forever. She's obviously made a lot of money from YouTube. You can see it. She has a big, beautiful house that she bought, and that's the kind of thing that could drastically change her content. Maybe now it's just like flexing her wealth and showing off all the things she can buy, but that's not at all what's happened. She hasn't changed her content at at all. Like, look at her videos. They're so weird and funny and original. Like, her big, beautiful house is just the background of her videos. It's not the subject of her videos. But unfortunately, it's rare. You know, for every Jenna Marbles, there's 3 Rice Gums, 4 Ace families. And not even all of them are bad people. It's just like an unfortunate byproduct of getting really successful, as you completely change as a person sometimes. You know what though? Fuck all this. I'm tired of complaining. Cause yeah, the Ace family may have a nice $10 million, Jesus Christ, $10 million house, but whatever. I don't care about that, cause you know who else has a nice place? Me. This is a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, and you know what? I think it's time I show it off with a house tour.
So this is the toilet.
Take that, Ace family. One thing I think that's kind of funny about the Ace family is in their pursuit of flexing, because of their insistence on showing off the outside of their house, they've doxed themselves 3 different times. Like, just don't film in front of your house. And then people won't know what your house looks like, but they can't, because it's more important that people see how big their house is than that they have privacy. Anyway, what I'm saying is they may not care about privacy, but today's sponsor does.
Hi, I got a haircut. Most people care about privacy, I'm sure you do, right? If it wasn't for privacy, I could see your bare butt right now. But I can't because pants. What if I told you that every time you go on the internet, your data is at risk of being sniffed out by ad companies, your service provider, even hackers? You'd probably be like, no shit, Drew, that's how the internet works. Well, it doesn't have to be. Not if you're using a virtual private network. What I'm saying is VPNs are like pants for the internet. I know it's kind of a stretch, but I had to make sure you guys were listening. VPNs mask your IP address so even the websites you visit won't be able to identify you, and it prevents others from collecting your information over a public Wi-Fi, like if you're at an airport or a coffee shop. And if you're in the market for a VPN, ExpressVPN is the way to go. They've got servers in 94 countries, they've got the fastest connection speeds, they've got 24/7 customer support, they've got apps for every device, even your router. But maybe you're the type of person who doesn't care about your data. Maybe you like to post drone footage of the front of your house on the internet. Well, you might still like this. With ExpressVPN, you can unblock content that's not available in your region. So like a couple months ago when I was trying to watch Batman on Netflix, but it wasn't available in America, I just clicked a couple buttons, told them I was in France, and they actually believed me. Bonjour. ExpressVPN is less than $7 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months free by clicking the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Drew. Bonjour.
Well, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, ExpressVPN, for sponsoring. Remember to click the link in the description if you're interested in signing up. And I hope you got a good look at this place, because I am not going to be back here until October 14th. I'm going to be gone for 2 months. Holy shit. The tour is finally starting. We've been planning this shit since literally January was when we started writing the show, and now it's almost September. I'm just excited to do it. I'm just excited to start. You know, it's been such a long process. But Monday, I leave for Chicago. We start rehearsing. And then September 5th is the first show. And it's like 6 straight weeks. I'm so excited. Thank you so much to everybody who's already bought tickets. We can't wait to see you and meet some of you guys on the road. And I just can't wait to live in a bus for 6 weeks. Yeah, you thought the Ace family house was nice. Wait till you see our bus. Also, I hope you guys like Danny and Curtis, because I'm pretty sure the next few videos are going to heavily feature them. Because I'm not going to have a lot of time to myself until October 13th. So get ready for some collabs. Well, it looks like the only thing left to do now is pack my bags and say goodbye to all my friends. Bye camera, bye microphone, bye computer, bye lamp, bye poster, bye hey guy sign, bye YouTube plaque, bye albums, bye scary monster who's standing just outside of frame. Man, coming. Oh, hey, landlord.
Hi.
Didn't I evict you last month? Yeah, but I thought we were just doing like a skit. No, Drew. This is YouTube. You wouldn't put something on YouTube if it didn't actually happen. This is real life, baby. This right here is as real as it gets.
Okay, well, bye.
No, Drew, I don't think you heard me. You gotta pay your rent.
Oh, so what you're saying is I gotta pay rent.
Yeah, I just said that.
That's all right. You know why?
This is the same exact bit as last time.
Cause I'll just do a brand deal.
Today's video is sponsored by Audible. To get a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial, head to audible.com/DrewGooden or text Drew Gooden to 500-500. So I'm just gonna stay right here then?
Uh-huh.
Hey little stinkers, and welcome back to the first and only channel on YouTube. Today we're gonna be looking at some very interesting family vloggers. Now, as an adult, I really enjoy watching family vlogs because it reminds me of when I was a kid and my parents would follow me around with a camera all day long until I did something funny so we could pay our mortgage. Oh, wait, no, that never happened because I didn't grow up in 2018. The worst year to be a kid. I think the problem that tends to arise from these family vlogs is the same that arises from every vlogger. It's that the line between real life and content gets blurred a little bit, and you start doing things that maybe you shouldn't do because more people will see it and you'll make more money. Let's take this channel I found, David's TV, for example. They're a vlogging channel with a little bit over 800,000 subscribers. Since people like this do rely on YouTube for their full-time income, views become so important. Views come before anything else. You know, why would you bother making a video called Twins Telepathy Challenge that only gets 16,000 views when you could combine Fortnite with the phrase Mom Freaks Out and make like $5 grand in AdSense. But this video is called Kid Spends $200 on Fortnite and buys 27,000 plus V-Bucks and Mom Freaks Out. Must watch. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always do what I'm told. So if someone tells me in the title of a video that I must watch it, well, I'm gonna watch the video. It's just how Daddy raised me.
Guys, today we're gonna spend all my parents' money on Fortnite.
I will say though, that the little kid, the younger kid, is the cutest kid I've ever seen. He has a couple savage moments in this video. He's kind of a little snitch, but it's funny when he does it, you'll see.
And my mom and dad promised me V-Bucks and they haven't gave it to me yet. And there's my dad sleeping. And come on guys, let's go to my computer. Guys, I'm super nervous. I hope I do not get in trouble. Purchase. And guys, look, my dad's credit card number is already in here. Place order. We got it! Yes! We got the V-Bucks. You know what this means? Let's go spend away. Wow, this looks cool.
Okay, so putting aside the fact that this is obviously fake, let's pretend that it's not fake and let's go through the thought process of these kids. I'm not blaming the kids for this because this was not their idea, but let's say this was their idea, right? They're gonna steal money from their parents to buy Fortnite, currency. So why would they film it? It just seems kind of silly when you're trying to do something secretly and keep it a secret to document it. But to be fair, even though I assume it's fake, it's still hard to tell because their acting is so good.
Let me know in the comments below what you think I should buy next. But dude, you're gonna get in so much trouble. You just spent $100 on Daddy's credit card.
You have to get you have to use the...
Please just read what's on the card.
You got the Fortnite.
Holy sh**.
I don't even blame the kids for being bad actors. You know why? Because they're kids. They don't need to be good actors. They shouldn't be acting at all. It's just so painfully obvious that, the mom tells them what to say and then they say it. And they kind of look up all right, ready for my next line, Mom. And then she gives them both a line and you can see the one kid says his and then he looks at the other kid because he knows the kid now has to say his line. I don't know who they're fooling. Okay, so then their plan was to go buy some Fortnite dollars on the dad's computer.
What if we spend $100 in his account and it will make him feel better? But this way he'll be on our side fighting its mom when she finds out. Yeah, let's go do it! Come on, we did it! Daddy, wake up! Wake up! Let's go play Fortnite!
Where's Mama? You guys making a video?
Yeah.
About what?
Fortnite.
Down, let's do it. Mommy's gone, the mice will play, as they say.
But there might have been a flaw in their plan because when they play Fortnite with the dad has all the V-Bucks on his account, and he's got the thing that they got, so he recognizes right away that they spent money.
Did you guys buy V-Bucks? I said you could buy V-Bucks, remember? Did you guys buy V-Bucks?
Yeah.
This kid's so cute. He can't even bring himself to lie.
Do you feel guilty at all?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I don't feel guilty because Dylan did it.
I don't feel guilty because I didn't do it.
You spent $200?
Huh?
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
no.
Oh my gosh.
Way to sell it, Dad.
Let's not tell Mommy.
Well, she's gonna find out, guys, because guess what? We get text messages on our credit card anytime money's spent over $10.
One of my favorite twists in this video is what happens here seamlessly. After the dad just discovered that they stole $200 from him, first of all, he like laughs it off, like, well, that's fine because I wanted the skins anyway, so I'm glad you stole money from me.
But I'm not complaining because I wanted a skin bad.
Hear that, kids watching? I'm not even upset that my children stole money from me. So if you stole money from your parents, they might not be upset because look, I'm not. But then like immediately after, with no cuts, he just transitions into having this like whole speech prepared.
Just so we can make this right, we're gonna give away $100 worth of V-Bucks to you. Give a thumbs up on this video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave us a comment. You guys think that's a good idea? You think our fans will like that?
Uh-huh. Hi, guys. What are you doing?
Playing Fortnite?
All right, so the kids are really bad actors, the dad's a really bad actor. There's no way the mom is also a really bad actor, right? Just based on like general probability.
Yeah.
Two really interesting text messages from American Express.
Oh, really?
Brandon, we need to talk. This is serious.
Brandon, we need to talk. This is serious.
Large purchase on American Express. Look at that.
Whoops.
I just noticed this. The text right before that says, welcome to account alerts. Like if you weren't convinced this was fake already, they made it clear that for this video, they signed up for account alerts that they weren't getting before, unless this is the first time they've ever spent more than $10 on their credit card.
$200 on
It was me.
Fortnite?
It was me.
No, it wasn't.
The kid. Oh, that face. He wants to help but he's not sure if he's helping. No, it wasn't. I love that kid so much.
And am I happy about this? No!
Yeah, we can tell.
I'm gonna take Jagger and we are gonna go shopping. What?
You already went shopping.
Okay, another slip up here. It's pretty obvious to me at this point that the mom was the one who was filming earlier because she says like, well, I'm taking the boys and we're going shopping. And then the one kid reminds her, but mom, you just were shopping, remember?
You just literally walked into our one shopping.
And she's like, oh yeah.
I went shopping for the three of them to buy clothes. Oh my god.
She literally slaps her forehead as she remembers that she was supposed to just be shopping. Okay, and then the dad goes into his whole spiel about like, all right guys, well remember, we're giving you $100.
$100 giveaway, $10 gift cards.
And then she, even though she wasn't here earlier for this conversation, she was out shopping, right? She's like, that's right guys, I knew about this. Such a disaster, totally fake. But again, I don't care that it's fake. Everything on YouTube is fake. It's less about like the fact that it is fake and more about like what they're promoting. Because then at the end of the video, the dad says this.
All right, guys, leave a comment if you've ever charged any of your parents' credit card without them knowing.
And she agrees.
Yeah.
Hey, what about maybe not saying that? What about you don't encourage the children who watch your videos to do what your kids did, even though you've already sort of encouraged it by being so nonchalant about it? Like the mom comes in and freaks out, sure. But the dad initially, the initial reaction was like, oh, you stole my money, but you gave some of it back to me? That's fine. You might be thinking like, well, this is so fake. It's so obviously fake that they're not like, anyone can watch this and discern for themselves that this isn't real and that they shouldn't do this. But we're adults. We're adults talking about this, right? Like the adults don't watch this. Why would an adult watch this? I know for a fact that exclusively children watch your videos because adults don't talk like this. I spent $10 on my mom's credit card. I did it 15 times without my parents knowing. Me, I spent $700 and got grounded for a year. Sorry, Vincent, punishment fits the crime. I did, and I spent about $3,000 $452, and my dad almost killed me with a knife, and luckily I ran away. I spent $280 on my mom's credit card. They still don't know I deleted the messages. We're not celebrating this. That's not something to celebrate. That's not good. I did it on Minecraft, and my mom almost killed me, and my dad slapped me in the face. I did spend me mom's credit card without noig. Finally, a good role model here. I never spent my mom's credit card because that was stupid. You need to blame it on your kids, man. You should not stick up for them. They need to get in trouble, and they need to face the consequence whenever their mom gets mad. That's it. That's it, man. I really want the battle pass. My parents can't award this because they are greedy. Please donate me. Thanks for the attention. My parents won't give me money to buy fake clothes because they're selfish. But thanks for listening to me. Can you please give me a card? I have 0 V-Buck. Everybody makes fun of me. I like trains. This is your audience. This is who watches your videos. Do not make what is essentially a tutorial on how to steal money from your parents and then, as the parent, pretend it's totally cool. I know that kids already do stuff like this. I know that kids steal their parents' credit cards all the time and they buy absolutely pointless garbage. And I don't entirely blame the kids in that situation. Like, they should know right from wrong. Obviously, you should know not to do that. I don't think they fully grasp what they're doing because it's absolutely impossible to conceptualize the value of money as a child. Like an example for me, when I was like 8 years old, my family and I used to watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire a lot. And I remember watching that show and I always thought, man, if they're giving away $1 million, it must not be that much money. And so I very casually asked my mom, hey mom, we have $1 million, right? And she's like, no. And that shook me to my core. I could not fathom the idea of us not having $1 million. Or based on the way she answered the question, apparently not even close to $1 million. I truly believe that it is impossible to understand the value of money and like how much work it takes to get a certain amount of money until you get a crappy part-time job, dealing with angry guests who take everything out on you, incompetent managers. You gotta mop. You've never had to mop in your life. Now you're mopping all the time and you feel tired and sweaty constantly. And then you get your paycheck and it's like $11 and you're like, oh, life is hard. But when you're a kid, you don't have that perspective yet. Yes, you should know not to steal from your parents, but a credit card just seems like an infinite money device. Like as a kid, it's just like I type these numbers in and I get whatever I want. And it doesn't affect my parents because I don't know anything about anything. But as an adult, you should know this. I don't think this is a good look when you're showing how exciting and consequenceless stealing money from your parents is. Because they don't show, like, a kid watching this is just gonna assume that what happened to them will happen to him. So, they barely got in any trouble. They kind of laughed it off at the end. And the mom came home and was mad for like 30 seconds. And then she seemed confused, like she didn't know why they were still filming. She didn't seem that upset. My mom will probably react the same way. And then they get chased at with a knife by their dad. All right, guys, I know this video has been pretty long already, but the family just uploaded the sequel to this vlog, so I can't post my video without talking about this first, but I'll try to make it quick. So this time, the kids are angry at the mom for grounding them and apparently throwing away their PS4. So they put their little heads together and concocted this plan to get their revenge. Basically, they're going to not only steal their mom's credit card, but actually show it in the vlog so all the viewers at home can also use the credit card. I'm just gonna boil this video down to the 3 great moments that stuck out to me, and I will share those with you now. The first is when the kids are allegedly using the mom's card without the parents knowing. The mom is outside and the dad is in the other room. For a split second, while they're making a purchase, you can see the reflection of the dad holding the camera in the TV. And then like 30 seconds later, he comes out dumbfounded, like, what's going on? The second great moment is when the parents come in and they realize what the kids are doing, and so they start to lay down the law, you know? But there's a point where the mom, who sounds absolutely flabbergasted at the idea, but she asks, how did you get the PS4?
Where did you get the what, is this new?
Dylan, how the heck did you get your PlayStation back?
As if it was like in a locked safe that they buried underground in some remote location. It was at the top of the garbage can right outside their house. But the best part of this video is at the very end when the mom starts freaking out because she's getting these rapid charges on her credit card.
I keep getting charges every second for $99.99. What is going on? What's going on? What is going on?
Text after text from American Express about all the people using her credit card. She also gets like a frantic call from American Express, which she answers, and then the video just kind of ends. But hold on, let's rewind for a second here. The conceit of this, what we are supposed to believe as the viewer, is that because earlier in the video, the kid showed her card, not in a different video, earlier in this video, that they hadn't posted yet. Because he showed the card earlier, by the end of the video, people have already started using her card. How stupid do you think the people who watch your videos are? You know what? I take that back. And now a word from our sponsor.
Has this ever happened to you?
Man, this book doesn't make any sound.
Leave this scenario in the past by signing up for Audible.
Thanks, Audible.
Audible has an unmatched selection of audiobooks that you can listen to virtually anywhere on just about any device. Never again will you have to try to read while driving. Audible gives you control of the speed if you're trying to get through a book quickly. You get free exchanges, and the books are yours to keep even if you cancel your membership.
The best part is, it doesn't even matter anymore that I never learned how to read.
Maybe you're looking to reread the Harry Potter series, but you're an adult who doesn't have time to sit down and read 100,000 pages of text. So pop these in your earbuds and listen to them while you're commuting or grocery shopping. That's what I did.
Also, it helps because of the whole not knowing how to read thing.
To get a free audiobook with a 30-day free trial, go to audible.com/DrewGooden or text Drew Gooden to 500-500.
Thank you so much to Audible for sponsoring today's video and helping me pay my rent this month, which I should probably go do because I think my landlord's still waiting. Hi. I'm back. Great. Do you have the money?
I do. In fact, it's right here in this envelope. Oh no! One of these envelopes has my rent in it and the other is filled with combustive gas that will explode if I so much as touch it. But which is which? I really gotta learn how to read. No time for that now though. I just have to guess.
Your neighbor's apartment just exploded. Weird. Well, here you go. Thanks. Bye. Bye.
Hey guy, welcome back to the internet. As always, I am coming to you live from the inside of a giant whale. It's time to get serious. That's why I put glasses on. That's what they indicate. Millions of people have their lives ruined each and every year from some form of addiction, whether it's drugs, porn, food, even things that aren't fun, people somehow find a way to get addicted to. It's a very relatable concept, which must be why TLC has 2 different shows whose names are synonyms of each other. What? Why are people talking about this every day? This show is just this show post-thesaurus, but I'm supposed to believe they're different. They're just on the same channel. Yeah, okay. But that's TLC for you, isn't it? The self-proclaimed learning channel where the only thing you really learn is how much better your life is than almost everybody else's. Sure, things get tough sometimes. I'm not always happy. But then TLC is there to remind me, hey, at least I don't have 46 children, and I'm not marrying someone I met 3 days ago, and I don't live inside of a cake. I guess life's not that bad. But TLC is. Now, I do want to say before we get into this, I understand that this is a very easy video topic. These shows are made to be ridiculous. It's not even really an observation for me to say, hey, that addiction's kind of strange, or there's something freaky about that eater. That's the point of the show. That's why they make them. That's why people watch them. I get it. But you know what? A wise man once said to myself that sometimes the lowest hanging fruit is the most enjoyable to eat. Also, I couldn't reach any of the other ones, so I just grabbed this old lemon because it was already on the ground. So with that being said, today I want to show you guys a few of my favorite clips from a TLC show called Freaky Eaters, which is another My Strange Addiction clone, but specifically about people who are addicted to weird foods. Like this guy's addicted to maple syrup, this girl's addicted to Coca-Cola, this guy eats raw meat, this guy eats raw meat.
It was just a relaxing moment. One of those quiet things where you do it on your own and you're like, wow, this was nice.
Hey, I got an idea. Don't do that. But again, I'm not here to just point out that that's a weird thing to eat. That's the point of the show. Obviously, it's weird to eat raw meat. What I do want to talk about is some of the interesting production choices that went into making these shows, because there's a lot of hilarious details in here. My absolute favorite episode of Freaky Eaters is this one where this lady is addicted to ice cream bars. She eats like 40 a day.
Since my divorce, I have been using ice cream bars as a crutch. Weight started coming back on, and that just deflated my self-esteem.
It's kind of interesting to notice like the psychological things that cause these addictions to happen. Like in this woman's case, she went through a divorce. Her sons moved away. She was all alone. She discovered ice cream bars, and it kind of filled that emotional void in her life. So I actually feel pretty bad for her. She's not like your standard strange addiction freak show where it's like, I like to chew on rocks all day because they make my teeth hurt and I like that. Even though I would also like to see an episode about that guy, because I'm kind of curious about the rock thing. Now, I think the most scripted part of these shows, if they're not entirely scripted, I like to believe that they're not, only some elements of them are. But my favorite part is the initial meeting between the subject of the episode and the hosts of the show.
They catch up with Kimberly as she stocks up on a few days of ice cream bars.
Kimberly.
Yeah?
Hi there. I'm Dr. Mike Dell. Nice to meet you. We're
like they have to do this very staged thing where she's buying the things she's addicted to in the store, and then they come barreling down the aisle and she's so caught off guard. Just getting 14 boxes of ice cream, as I often do. Nothing to see here. Certainly no one's about to sneak up behind me or anything like that. Yo, lady! We heard you like frozen treats. I didn't expect this! And we just want to talk.
Do you know why you sent us?
Is there something we need to be busting you for?
So the hosts of this show are these two goofballs, one of whom has the funniest name I've ever heard in my life.
JJ Virgin.
Okay.
So while still standing in the middle of the frozen food aisle, Kimberly starts telling this very emotional story of how she got this addiction, which I imagine must have made it very difficult for any other shoppers in the store.
I cut loose the husband in my life, and instead of feeling liberated, I just kind of like went into this.
I'm sorry, I just need to grab some.
Tailspin.
I just need to grab some popsicles from
I went through kind of a meltdown.
Now, where this show truly goes from good to great is during the shock therapy sessions, which are completely unnecessary. You see, within the first couple minutes of the episode, Kimberly has admitted that she would do anything.
At this point, I'm willing to do anything.
To shake this habit and get on with her life. So you'd think they've already convinced her that this is what she should do, and from now it's just about getting healthier choices out there, right? No. That's not enough for Mike and JJ. They have to drive an ice cream truck out.
There is something we wanted to show you.
With a picture of her in a giant block of ice.
That's you.
Yeah.
Just in case you forgot, the theme of the episode is being frozen.
Kimberly smashing that ice is symbolic of this journey. She's gonna have to smash through things that she has never dealt with in her life.
You're right, I think she's ready to conquer this addiction head on. So let's get... Oh, there's more?
We've taken your ice cream bar sticks and laid them one after the next, and we are gonna walk that trail.
Okay.
So they go to the park and walk almost a mile of popsicle sticks that the crew had to put down and then pick back up, which I find hilarious. But this is all to get her to realize the magnitude of her issue, which she already has, but they're doing it anyway. But that's not all. The trail of popsicle sticks led to this giant pile of boxes. I thought for a second when they revealed the boxes and they showed that it's in the shape of a giant chair that they were gonna make her go sit on it. Go sit on your throne as the rightful ice cream queen. But they didn't do that, so I was a little disappointed.
It made me realize that I couldn't justify ice cream bars anymore.
Wow, guys, that's a lot of ice cream. Now, I'm definitely gonna...
We have one more surprise for you, Kimberly.
But
Your son Drew wanted to be here.
Oh, it's her son, Drew. No relation. I actually don't know that guy. But he comes out from the pile of ice cream boxes to give her a hug. I like to imagine that he was sitting behind those boxes waiting for his mom to come for like an hour while they filmed the rest.
After the shock therapy, Kimberly is very ready for the next step.
Oh good, I'm glad to hear the shock therapy's over and they're not going to be sending any more messages to her via over-the-top visual examples. Wait, then what the fuck is this?
Uh-oh, it doesn't fit.
I think she gets it. I think she's ready to move on. You can see it in her face like, okay guys, I get it. You can stop doing this now. That's what I'm saying. I love this part of the show.
Hey, thanks so much for coming out here. I really appreciate it. I know my addiction is out of control, but I'm ready to do something about it. You know, it's just ever since my divorce, I've just been so lonely. And we put a bunch of popsicle sticks on the ground. I'm sorry? Popsicle sticks On the ground. Oh, no, I know, that's way too much, and I need to...
That's how many sticks you eat. Well, I don't eat the sticks.
Yep, we also put a bunch of ice cream on your table.
Wait, what the hell?
That's
what ice cream looks like.
Well, yeah, I know that. Do I have to clean this up?
Yeah, you probably should. It's kind of getting all over the place.
Like there's another one where they make this guy dump out a whole bunch of maple syrup.
Daniel's angry because this is his jug of choice, and he wants it.
Daniel got progressively madder and madder during the whole process.
We pissed Daniel the hell off. And we kind of liked it.
You look pissed.
And what did you learn today, Daniel?
When you pour that into your body, it's like treating your body like a trash can.
Well, I don't see it that way.
You see, Daniel, by doing this, now you understand that maple syrup belongs in the trash. But I didn't want to put it in the trash. But you did. Yeah, because you told me to.
You look pissed.
Joke's on you guys, though. As soon as those cameras are off, I'm coming back and slurping up that whole garbage can. Meanwhile, Kimberly's doing a lot better now. She's gone 4 whole days without an ice cream bar, which is great progress. I'm really happy for her. But then they decide that that's not enough. They need to also change her face.
You've been working on the inside, so we're going to turn it over to her to do a little on the outside so it all fits.
Yes. Now that she's not a hideous monster anymore, they reveal her to her family and friends, and for some reason they edited this soundbite in twice.
I like the hair.
I don't know.
Kimberly was having a great time at the reception, but we had one more challenge for her.
Oh, you thought the trials were over? You thought she was just enjoying a celebratory party with her friends and family? Hell no, this is all part of it.
We brought ice cream out in the middle of the reception, and then they came up and tried to serve Kimberly.
Ice cream?
No, thank you, sorry, but that's just not looking very good to me right now.
Oh my god,
Very good to me right now.
It's so funny to so politely and awkwardly reject something that you could have just said no thanks to. Would you folks care to see a dessert menu? No thank you, I'm sorry. Okay, it's fine. That's just not looking very good to me right now. It's not a big deal, I don't know. I'm sorry.
I think you just passed the real world test.
Was that a real test?
That was the real world test.
I don't know if I would count this as an example of a real world test. There's almost nothing real about the world that they're in right now. She's at this party thrown for her where they're all celebrating her ice cream sobriety and they offer her ice cream in front of cameras and she says no thanks. Who in their right mind would possibly say yes? That would be hilarious though. Can you imagine how the mood would shift in the room if she was like, oh my god, yes, give me that fucking ice cream. The room goes silent. She has like ice cream all over her face. Everyone's just staring at her. Why aren't y'all dancing?
We have another surprise.
We had something shipped in for you. You ready?
Hi.
Hi.
I feel more satisfied right now than if I would have eaten 3 ice cream bars.
I like how she's so specific about the number. Like she thought about it for a second. This moment was incredible. I feel better right now than if I had had 2, 3, 4? No, 4 does sound pretty good. 3 ice cream bars. And there's nothing better on God's green earth than 4 ice cream bars. You know what though? I'm very proud of her. She showed a lot of growth. I think it's very relatable to have some sort of psychological trauma that causes you to overeat or to have some kind of crazy addiction to cope with the fact that you're going through this other thing. That's awesome. I feel really good for her. Not all the show is like that. Like that guy who ate maple syrup was just an asshole the whole time.
I'm gonna eat a lot of maple syrup.
He was so resistant to change. This woman went into it knowing that her life was on the line. This guy's like, fuck you, I like maple syrup and there's nothing you can do about it.
Ever had a day in your life without maple syrup?
This girl apparently only eats French fries and therefore has absolute meltdowns when faced with eating anything else. Like watching her there, you probably thought she went through some really traumatic experience. She ate 1 carrot. Now, most of those clips are pretty old. They're all from like 2011. So let's check in on some newer episodes. Looks like this girl's addicted to burnt sausage. Should be interesting.
19-year-old Nat Holland lives in Manchester with her mum. But she's about to leave home for the first time and move in with her boyfriend.
Why is the music so loud? I can't even hear what she's saying because the music's so loud. Well, I think I've seen enough of this to say that Freaky Eaters is the best show on television. It's a shame that the show only ran for 2 seasons because I'd love to see more, but There's just no more episodes. So I made my own. 39-year-old Martin, anyway, lives in Buffalo, Indiana, by himself, without any friends or family. On the surface, he may seem just like any other lonely idiot, but there's something much deeper going on here.
I like to drink mouthwash.
I usually have 20, maybe 25 bottles a day.
Look, I'm sorry guys, but I don't see the problem with this. It tastes good and my breath smells amazing. What we need to do is try to convince Martin to stop drinking mouthwash because his life is on the line.
Oh man.
Put that down. What the heck? I definitely wasn't expecting this to happen. Sorry, can I do that again? I don't think that was very believable.
Sure.
What the heck? What the heck? I definitely wasn't expecting this. Martin seems caught off guard. It's time to tell him why we're here. Looks like you're enjoying a little afternoon snack there, huh? This? You want some? I certainly don't. Martin, you've got to stop drinking mouthwash. It's not good for you. Okay, now I'm mad. Who does this guy think he is? Well, I like it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And there's nothing you could say to or show me that could possibly convince me otherwise. We thought you might say that, which is why we brought you something. Martin, this right here is 2 bottles of mouthwash. This is the amount of mouthwash you drink after having 1 bottle of mouthwash twice. I was shocked when I saw those 2 bottles of mouthwash. Seeing them side by side like that made me realize just how much mouthwash I'm actually drinking. And I know it's time to stop. Well, PJ, you make some good points. Clearly, mouthwash is a danger to my body, and I shouldn't be ingesting it in such large quantities. I will no longer be drinking mouthwash. We had a feeling you might resist, which is why we brought in your son to tell you how worried he is about you. Daddy, please stop drinking mouthwash. That's not my son. Wait, what? That's just some fucking kid. What the hell, kid? You said this was your dad. I wanted to be on TV. My son is older than me. He's not some little boy. I'm sorry, you said he's older than you? My son was born with a rare disease that causes him to age rapidly. And you know what? Today's actually his birthday. And so is tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. And I imagine that must be really difficult to deal with all on your own. Yeah, maybe that's why I started drinking mouthwash. Okay, maybe I just wanted to make myself feel the pain that my son feels every single day. Well, I, for one, respect. Why the fuck are you still here? I thought we were all hanging out. You're not my son. Yeah, you should probably leave. Fine. By the way, I think that guy's dead. Oh, shit.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm standing up. We've had a lot of fun today talking about foods that you shouldn't eat. So now I want to talk about foods that you should. That's right, it's HelloFresh. As a lot of you might know, Amanda and I have been using HelloFresh for almost 2 years now, long before they started sponsoring me. We love how convenient and simple it is. Everything is delivered to you, everything is pre-portioned, which is great because I can't tell you how many times I've bought a whole thing of veggie stock when I just needed a little bit, or a whole bunch of garlic when I needed like 3 cloves. HelloFresh has helped us cut down substantially on our food waste. It's honestly also kind of fun to pick the meals you're gonna get every week. You just open up the app and scroll through their options. They have like 17 to choose from each week. There's so much variety. And it's flexible too. Are you gonna be out of town one week? That's fine. Just skip it. You don't have to pay for meals if you're not gonna be home to eat them. You can also try one of their gourmet meals if you're feeling fancy or if there's a special occasion. Amanda and I just tried their crab cakes recently and oh my god, they were so good. HelloFresh starts at just $6.99 per serving, making it America's best value meal kit. I love it. I wholeheartedly endorse them. And if you wanna get 8 free meals, that's $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com and use promo code I'mALittleStinker80.
Can you take that apron off?
Yeah. It's that simple. Now, back to the chair.
Well guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, as always, if you liked this video, to please email YouTube and let them know they need to integrate some sort of feedback system on their website. So if you liked a video, you could maybe click a button and let them know. That would be great if you could email them and ask for that. Thank you. In almost exactly 1 month, I will be touring with Danny Gonzalez and Curtis Connor. We are performing our live comedy show all across the nation. So that's something you want to go to. Tickets are still available at wearetwodifferentpeopletour.com. But anyway, thank you again for watching this video. Thank you HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. And thanks to A third thing for capping off this sentence. I gotta go Google how much Listerine residue you can drink before you die. So, see you next time.